Hey everyone. One of my favorite activities to talk with students about perseverance and motivation is to talk about the choice point. Now, the choice point comes from acceptance and commitment training, and it asks us to make a choice. And it tells us we always can make a choice. Sometimes it doesn't feel like we can, as things happen so quickly and some of our behaviors are so automatic that we are locked in and we don't have a choice. We feel like it's just happening. An example of that would be, I know that I need to be doing my assignment, and the next thing I know, I am scrolling through on Instagram, looking at best martial arts kicks and watching all these videos about people doing amazing kung fu kicks. I'm not speaking from personal experience. Okay, a little bit. But I know that this is a very common experience, that we come through and we know that we're trying to work on a particular assignment. But I know that I'm on the gram. I end up over here, and it doesn't feel like a choice. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm over here, and I'm doing this, and I'm like, oh shoot, I should be doing this thing over here. And so what we're doing is we're saying that we've got two choices. We have a choice is going to happen. We get to choose which one of these. And we're saying that this is a choice that we are making. Unconsciously, consciously. We might be doing it sometimes, most of the time unconsciously, it just happens so fast. We have to consciously choose this one over here. So I want to talk about being on track or off track. These are the behaviors that let you know that you are off track. This is how you know you're on track with your goals. You're saying, if I'm doing these things, I'm on track, I'm doing the right thing that is aligned with my goals. Over here, these are the things that are taking me away from my goals that I've set for myself. And so with finals coming up and with midterms coming up, you can start giving yourself this choice. You can start making this, instead of being unconscious, you can now start noticing, and we have to notice. This is the key action that we're taking, the skill that we're going to be having is going to be your metacognition, your self-awareness. Are you self-aware of these things that are taking you away? Are you able to notice these activities and then pause and then bring yourself back over to here? And say, you know what, no, I'm going to do the thing that's bringing me towards my goal. This is what I really want, even though it's hard, even though it's uncomfortable, even though I'm confused or I don't know what I'm doing, I'm still going to be able to pause this, put it down, put this thing away, and do this particular task. Figure it out. I can come back this way. So to do this, we do need a few things. We need to be, if we're going to have self-awareness, it's not just the behaviors that we need to be aware of. Over here, you know all of the things that you can be doing. You could be doing daily review or weekly planning. You know these things. You know that checking your monthly calendar or asking for help. You know the things that you need to be doing. So put the list of all the tasks that you know are the part of going to allow you to achieve your goal. So if you're saying my goal is to get 80 on a particular test, so what are you going to do? To get my 80, I'm going to do that by doing what? And that's all the tasks that you can list down here. What does it take to get the 80 on your test? Well, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this, and I got to do this. So make that list. These are the choices that you want to be making, as many as you can, as frequently as you can. You want to be making this choice over here, and we want to be limiting these choices over here. And you know your big distractors. It's going to be your phone. It's going to be TV. It's going to be, I don't know, snacking. It's going to be, well, I'm just thinking of myself here, trying to give up snacking in the evenings. this is a particular thing. These are the things that you know, if I'm doing this, then I'm not aligned with my goals. You know what these are, put them down for you. We also need to know what's going on. This is externally. We can definitely notice these things, but we've got to go a little bit deeper, and we're going to go internal as well. You guys are well aware of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation, and intrinsic is really powerful, so I want you to also say what is guiding you over here, and that there's going to be your values. Right? And this here over on this side, the part of that's taking you off track is that internal dialogue and acceptance and commitment. Therapy, it's that negative self-talk. They call it fusion. You're fusing with your thoughts and feelings. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, that's going to take you away from your goals. If you're worrying all the time, that's going to take you away from your goals. If you are using negative self-talk and you're saying, I can't do it, or I'm a failure. Listen to your inner dialogue, because these things here is probably what's going to be you're going to be saying to yourself or feeling. These will be the emotions and the thoughts that you're having that influence this choice. You're trying to make the choice over here, but you're feeling every time you look down to think weekly planning, like, oh my God, I can't do that. I'm never going to be able to do that. I've never been stuck to a plan in my entire life. Listen to that dialogue. That dialogue is going to just send you right over here. You're going to end up over here. So listen to that dialogue, but we need some things to pull us back over. What are the values and the strengths that you can pull on? What do you value most as who you want to be in the future? You can start thinking about work ethic. Look to people that you admire in this world, whether it's friends or family, and notice the attitudes and qualities about that person. Right? They're optimistic. I can't spell optimistic. Maybe they are fearless or courageous. Maybe they are adventurous, curious. What are the values that you admire most, that you already have, and that you admire most in others that you wish you had more of? These are the things that we can start aligning and saying, okay, these are the qualities that I have and that I possess and that I want, and I'm going to build them and get them by doing this work too. This is what pulls us away from here. We want to notice this, accept that you're having these thoughts, and then come back over here and remind ourselves, okay, I am able to do this work. I am able to follow a plan. I am willing to try again, and I'm going to try again and again and again and again until I've done it. So that is the choice point. I would love for everyone to have a go of doing this. I love working with this with students, just to hear what they're saying. If you want to do the choice point with me, we can sit down. You can do it on your own, follow this video. All you're going to do is you're going to make the choice point in between. I want you to put on track and off track at the top. And then you can go through and fill in the sections. What are the tasks you need to do that keep you on track? What are your values and attitudes and qualities of character that you admire in the world and that you wish you had more of for yourself? And then what are the things that are taking you off track? Notice the internal fusion, the dialogue that you're having, the thoughts and feelings that take you away, that bring up stress, that lead to this avoidance of things. Then notice all of the tasks that take you off track, that you know these things are not helping me over here. If these are self-care, so some of these things, it may depend on time too. So maybe napping might be over here. So napping could be detrimental, it could be perfectly fine. Instagram could be perfectly fine. Watching TV could be perfectly fine. You have to be the one that's deciding, once you notice it, okay, watching an hour of TV before you go to bed every day is not going to impact your goals. That's not taking you off track. That's how some people might wind down at the end of the day. That's not what we're talking about here. These things are things that take you off track, that you know are taking you away from your goals. You know that you are avoiding doing this particular task over here, and that you're wanting to do more of these and less of these. Okay, if you want to do this, let me know. Otherwise, draw the choice point on a piece of paper and fill in what is keeping you on track, what's taking you off track. What are the thoughts and feelings you have when you sit down to do these attempts, to do those tasks to keep you on track? And also make note of all of your values, your strengths, and the values that you admire most, that you already have and that you want to have more of. Okay. All the best. Bye for now.